you feel slighted growing up?
Not
Did
all
you
the
want the
time.
attention that she got?
Not all the time.
But
no.
some of the time?
Yeah, I mean, who doesn't want the spotlight sometimes? We have a large family, and we've always been close. Competition hasn't been a big issue with Noelle and I. It's just some of the guys she dates I just don't agree with.
Do you want a relationship with your sister?
Absolutely.
Why haven't you done anything to do it? You haven't talked to her in months. You guys are just falling apart every step of the way. You're getting further and further apart. Who's taking a step back towards each other?
There hasn't been a step back towards each other. And that's because it just finally got to a breaking point where, you know, I have to live my life, she has to live her life, and it's unfortunate we haven't been able to make time for each other, and that just the whole peak of the wedding fiasco and everything that went into it, you know, just made us kind of drift apart and stay drifted apart.
Do you want a relationship with her?
Not at this point. I'm not. There are issues that haven't been addressed. There have things that, you know, no, not at this point.
Well,
no.
what do you want addressed? What do you think needs to be addressed? What's your number one issue that hasn't been addressed?
I kind of find it a little bit funny that she doesn't like my husband. I get that, okay? I may not be her husband's biggest fan, but I've never said or done anything to her husband like she has to mine. But furthermore, she doesn't like any of the guys Noelle has dated. So, I mean, is that a pattern? Like, does she just not like anybody we're with because we're with them? Like, I don't get it. Like, what is, like, I don't get it.
Can I address that?
Yeah, sure.
Every single time I've invited you and your fiance at the time to do anything at all, it was always you had to bring him with you, or you had better things to do. You would constantly bail.
And he is my fiance. Like, I want him part of my life. If I'm going to do something,
He needs to go get our nails done with us.
he went and got his nails done.
He needs to go to, yeah.
Okay, what's really going on here? What I'm trying to figure out, seriously, because what I hear, I don't know about the rest of y'all, but what I hear is a bunch of trivial crap. And I'm trying to figure out what is really going on. Somebody is really upset about something, and we're talking about topics, not issues. What is it?
I'm tired of reaching out to them. This is before the fight.
Well, the many arguments that we have gotten in, like I've told you what you've done to me, how I felt, how it affected me, and
Okay, well, I asked you what your number one issue was. You said she doesn't like my husband. Is that it?
That's a big issue for me.
So that's number one. She doesn't like your husband.
Not for lack of trying on my part. I've tried to like him. I've
Daina,
tried
what has he
to
done
get
to you? Please tell me what he's done to you.
He's done nothing specifically to me. It's
Okay,
not that
then why
I
don't
don't
you
like
like
him.
him?
I try to be friends with him. I try to set my husband and him on dates. I've tried to get them together to go do, go do fun stuff as couples. And it was always not just you, but both of you. You and him bail. And it's like, I'm tired of trying. I'm not gonna beg you to be my friend. I'm not gonna beg you for your attention. If you wanna be my friend, then be my friend. Understand where I'm coming from too. If I can make time for you when I have a job and 2 kids, you should be able to make time for me.
Okay, when did you make time for me? When I called and asked you if you want to go do this for the wedding.
You're not giving me.
How many of those did you actually come to? How many of those did you actually come to? One, you came to the mall for shoes that turned out to be a total disaster. That was the only thing that you've came to. And then when I stopped asking you and I invited another one of my bridesmaids, you got pissed off because I didn't invite you. Well, I'm not going to keep inviting you when you keep turning me down.
Well, it's just lack of miscommunication.
Do you have a story or a question for me? Click the link in the description and tell me what in the world is going on.